It was hard to accept, and I think it's still taking time to accept all the changes.
You don't know from hour to hour, day to day, how you will be. So you really have to take things a day at a time, because every day, every hour can be different.
People noticed from day one that we just connected in terms of our personalities. He gave me the confidence that I could do more than I thought I could do. It's an amazing sense of freedom. It is about that relationship just between you and the horse. There's nobody else there kind of helping you.
I think that I like people to see the person that I am just now, and when I have a seizure, it feels to me like I become a different person because I lose control. I lose control of what my body does. I often don't remember what's happened afterwards, and I know that it's not something I should feel ashamed about, but it is something, and I think that is part of me accepting the diagnosis and kind of coming to terms with the condition, which is still something that's still fairly new for me.
Maya's 10. She likes all the usual things a little girl likes. Boy bands I don't even know the names of, they all look the same. Active things, outdoor things. She's the type of girl that's hardly ever in the house. I've very often felt angry about the accident, especially afterwards. I was really angry because it was an accident that didn't need to happen. It was literally 1 second when she picked it up. The amount that she actually swallowed must have been so minimal, but to cause that amount of damage, it was just unbelievable. Our main tube, the one that she gets fed through, is under her clothes, so you can't see it. So it's only really the tube that's on her face that you can see, and that's what kind of marks her out. I've promised her a tube out party when she gets it out, and she can't wait for that day to come because otherwise nobody would know there was anything different about her. I think every time she goes in and every time she's got to have a general anaesthetic and every time she comes back from theatre when she's in pain and coughing up blood, and it's horrible, and you really just wish that you could take her place and do it for her, but you can't. The only thing you could really do is be there for her, but it is really hard.
The gym didn't appeal to me. Horses do. They don't care if you've got sticks, if you've got wheels, if you stagger a bit, if you slur. They don't care. They're just glad to see you. There's lots of emotions that you go through, and the hardest part of it is not losing the physical ability. The hardest part of it is accepting that you've lost the physical ability to do it, and accepting that the chances are that you won't get it back again, and that your life is now different. Suddenly you are no longer a person, you are, in quotes, an MS sufferer. I'm not an MS sufferer. I'm a person who happens to have MS. Everything about me before I had MS is still the same. It's just an extra part of me. It's just something else that's part of my life now. I'll tell you about one night. My husband and I know it's embarrassing, but we used to go line dancing every Wednesday night. We really enjoyed it, and it became a social activity, and we got to be friends with quite a lot of the people that went. Then I had the relapse. My balance was a bit dodgy and I didn't have the strength or the energy to do it anymore. I didn't go. But one night I thought I would go because I thought I was brave enough to sit at the side and still enjoy it. But it didn't quite work out that way, and I think it actually hit home just how much I couldn't do, and I wanted to be up on the floor and I couldn't be on the floor, so I spent the night in the toilet blubbing like a silly wee girl and went home and threw out my cowboy boots.
it's just about having that contact. There is something very, very therapeutic about that. And even when you're coming up on a down night, the animal's just there for you. It's just, it's unconditional.
He needs to be persuaded gently. And I think that's a really nice character trait with him, that you've got to be sweet to him and gee him up and talk nicely to him. So it's not about rosettes and it's not about places and it's not about winning. It's actually about learning something, going out and doing it and proving to yourself that you can do it. It's ticking another box. That's something else I can do. Here's something I can't do, but I can do that.
She doesn't know a lot of people who go horse riding, so it's something that she does that nobody else does. It makes a difference that that's something positive for a change instead of always being something negative. She knows what it's like to be kind of singled out as being different and picked on, so she's more sensitive to other people who might be in danger of that, and I think that crosses over to animals as well, that animals can't speak up for themselves and they need looking after, really. They just seem to know that the person who's with them needs that little bit more.
It's helped me realise that despite things changing and feeling a lot of loss, that I can try new things and that there are people that are quite supportive of it. So it's not all about loss, it's about getting that confidence to go out there and look for things and see what you can actually achieve.
It's the only time that I can look ahead and see where I'm going. Because when I'm walking with crutches, I'm looking at my feet to see if there's something I'm going to trip over. So the world becomes 3 feet in front of you.
It just feels natural to her. I don't think very often when children first come they get unclipped on their first ride, and she did, although it was only for maybe about 2 or 3 minutes. She was like, I did that on my own, did you see me, and she was so excited.
The way that I dealt with it is just living for the moment and living day to day and not worrying too much about what the future has, because I don't know. The best way to deal with it is to get out there and live life.
I think the nature of Maya's condition means you will have low points all the time, but then you pick yourself up from it, and then it's easy to kind of stumble, but always remember what the end point is. It's just for Maya to get better.
I don't think there is a limit to the future at the moment. MS might stop that. I mean, tomorrow I might wake up and have a major relapse and that'll be me. Because you just don't know what's round the corner. But it's trying to pack in as much as you can before the corner comes.